Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker Enhanced Edition with me, BringItDon. So, we have some events to take care of. Sana's skill as a counselor has increased. Bartholomew's skills as a treasurer has increased. Creator needs my help. I will not be heading there yet. The Master of Pain. Put him on that, I guess. Poltergeist in the Temple. Been waiting to put him on this. We're gonna put 2 crisis points on that. And probably put 1 on this, yeah. Ancient Tradition. 100% chance for him to succeed. What's her chance? 65. Alright, so we'll put him on that, and then we'll put Tristian on this. Since he has a 100% chance to succeed. Then we'll wait to go see the Curator until a little later. Don't have any, don't have a Magister yet. I'm assuming that's what that was for. Anyway, now we'll go to the Hilltop Trail. I'm not worried about bringing Lindsay. Actually, let's see. 2 days and 10 hours, yeah, that'll have to wait.
The Stolen Lands are a very strange place. There is so much injustice and pain here. But then there is honor, pride, valor, forgiveness, and atonement. Everything twisted up in a tight ball.
Alright, Hilltop Trail, we're gonna do it with 5 people, hopefully. I think there's a bunch of gargoyles in this area, if I remember correctly. Somewhere in the mountains, there's a bunch of gargoyles we have to fight. If it's here, we should be fine.
In due time.
I'm listening.
Let's go ahead and just throw some buffs out.
I'm always ready.
Right here, my friend.
Oh, I cast Vine Trap on.
Done with waiting.
How is this gonna last?
Confide in me.
Do I have to spell magic up?
State your desire.
Wrong one. Come on now. Still didn't work. Okay.
Something bothering you?
Well, we gotta wait for that to come off before I can...
Here
or wear off before I can continue.
Command me.
Can't believe I did that.
How may I help?
My defense, they're both purple. They're right beside each other, so... Am I really to blame here?
One shouldn't brag about a big sword if they can't carry one.
Wait, she's actually still
What
paralyzed?
you want?
I'm listening.
Does restore work on that? It does not. How do I cure it? I guess I actually need, yeah, whatever. I should have it in my inventory somewhere. No idea what it looks like, though. It's around here somewhere, I'm sure of it. Could use freedom of movement. Move blindness. Here we go. Move paralysis. Okay, let's continue. Off to a good start this episode. We're heavily encumbered because we're missing a character and we have a bunch of stuff. This is gonna be a pain in the butt.
I'm there.
Alright. I just didn't want to call Lindsay out till we got out of the mountains, because it'll take her much less time to get to us. Because right now it's, what, 2 days and 5 hours for her to get to us? Once we exit the mountainous region and get to the plains, it should take probably like a whole day less, honestly.
You have my attention.
The only problem is we don't have anyone who can handle disarming traps or lock chests.
Repent!
We should be okay.
Share your will.
Blood for Gorum! I do what I must.
There might be a portal in here as well. Yeah, so it's another one of those unique Nereids, if I'm not mistaken. He's such a pain in the butt. I should probably just drop stuff until I leave.
I'm off.
Let's drop some armor and stuff. Actually, this area might connect to the other location in the mountains, which we shouldn't actually have access to yet. Unless it is one of the Nereid portals. There's a handful of unique Nereids you can encounter.
I'm there.
I think they're all pretty challenging fights as well. It's not like a
I shall end this suffering.
Dwemer lion.
Unworthy.
Tristan, you shouldn't be up front like that.
I see your light. Share your troubles.
Speak.
Oh, nope, sorry. Everybody just group up real quick. Come on.
Right here.
I'm all
my
over the
friend.
place right now.
Something bothering you?
One more of these should do. +5. I
Confiding.
think that's what he currently has equipped. Yeah.
In due time.
So those will be good to sell.
Follow if you dare.
Alright, so I think there might be a portal in here later once we unlock the ability to travel through Dunsword and Varnhold. Because there's a cave you can go inside of that links to another cave in the mountains, makes traveling through the mountains a little faster. It might be this one. Or it might be the hilltop that we saw, the Crooked Hilltop, I think. Another one might be the one with the gargoyles as well. Because there's a mountain region you go up. Maybe the Rotten Cave connects to Crooked Teeth. That might be what I'm thinking about. So once we get up here, we click on this. It'll take us through the plains. Again, once we get out of the mountain region.
Adventures can wait.
Unskippable random encounter. this? Priest of Lamashtu. Several figures clad in dark clothes stand before you. The darkness hides their bodies, and the hoods drape their features in shadow. BringItDon Victus. No fear, for your time has come. Who are you? Great Mother, Ancestress of Monsters, Lamashtu herself has called upon us to track you down and deal with you the way you deserve. Your deeds, which opened new hearts to Lamashtu, didn't go unnoticed. You trembled and stepped back before the image of Great Mother, having left her children unharmed. The goddess graces those who fear her wrath and stays her hand from her progeny. Not only did you set the priestess of Lamashtu free, you gave her an esteemed position in your court. You rely on her advice and wisdom, a truly magnificent achievement for a venerated servant of the Great Mother. Your mercy for children of Lamashtu and your protection of those who bow before Great Mother must be rewarded. The goddess herself revealed her will to us through the nightmares. We must give glory to the Baron, who honors the code of Lamashtu, and grant him the blessing of the goddess. Lamashtu? Disgusting. Do you know the kind of worship she patronizes? Kill them, and wash your hands afterward. Lamashtu is called the Mother of Monsters and Mistress of Insanity for a reason. Her blessing can be far more terrible than any curse. Are you ready to accept the gift of Lamashtu? In fact, I don't care much about your strange traditions, but if you insist. Bow before the Great Mother and accept her protection. The cultist raises his hands and begins an incantation. As the somber chanting continues, the darkness gathers around you, thick and wet. It sticks to your clothes, your hands, and clots your hair and face. The fluid gathers on your head like a crown, then flows almost molasses-like down your cheeks and your forehead, then seeps into the corner of your eyes, eagerly, hungrily. As it touches your eyes, pain courses through you, and your vision becomes black. Then a flickering of gray and whites, like 1,000 tiny insects were making knife cuts across your vision. Stepping back and rubbing your eyes frantically, you open them and realize now you can see in darkness, almost as if it were day. The pain in your eyes subsides, leaving only slight tingling behind your eyes. Okay. I think last time I attacked them, but I also had kicked Sana out of my... kingdom. Character's eyes are filled with primordial bloodlust and react to even the smallest glimpse of movement. The character gets a +2 bonus on perception and persuasion when used to intimidate skill checks and gain a +1 armor class bonus against animals and magical beasts. That's awesome, because all of that perception and persuasion when used to intimidate are both are kind of what my character's build is around. So that kind of works out exceptionally. Alright, we do need to exit this area and get Lindsay back in our party.
I'm there.
Oh, it's a Shrine of Lamashtu. Sweet. There's probably nothing here to grab, though. We can just leave. Get Lindsay back in our party so we can move a little faster with her added strength. The putting Reg back in our party would probably be more beneficial right now.
May we have a moment of respite?
Why don't we set up camp?
Should probably try to avoid, but whatever. We'll hold the line right now.
I wish there was another way.
Alright, let's go and rest up on top of the Cyclops corpse. It's a good place as any to sleep.
Hey, Tristan. Want to arm wrestle? I bet I'll win 5 out of 5.
If you want to show everyone your strength, go wrestle a troll. At least his broken bones will heal quickly.
How badly would she win? She has 22, so plus 6, and he has -1. Okay. Little to no chance. Once we get to Silverstep, we can sell all the stuff that we have. I think there's a merchant there. But again, it's a pretty big area, so... Can I? Oh, sorry. Can I claim this? I don't think it's in my kingdom. Alright, Lake Silverstep Village. We have a quest waiting for us here. And of course, it's raining.
I do what I must.
Yeah, pretty big area. It's gonna take a little bit of time to explore.
You cannot stand against me.
She doesn't need to be raging right now.
Strike my masterpiece!
You forced my hand.
Despicable.
Alright, she is vine trapped, so that helps.
Won't kill me.
She's almost down. There we go. Perfection. The corpse of a tall man lies torn apart on the shore. The man was probably an experienced fighter in life, but it didn't do him much good in the end. You notice a tuft of red fur clenched in the dead man's hand. Whoever killed this man, it seems unlikely it was a Tatsu worm. Talon of the Wise. +2 agile finesse wielding monk weapon. Comma utters a high-pitched scream when swung. It is as sharp as the weapon's edge. Okay. Oh, didn't mean to do that.
I'm off.
We'll explore the shore. There is something in this town that I didn't do last time. Or in this area.
State your desire.
And I plan on taking care of it this time.
In due time.
When I go to such a dog, he puts the moves on the headman's mare.
Anything else?
Fishing tackle is neatly packed and dry. It obviously hasn't been used recently.
Applause, please.
Grilled silver eel, which I think is one of Jubilost's favorite foods. So he gets a bonus from eating it. Mary is beautiful. Any Nita is kind. So how...
I wrote it like I saw it.
Yeah, whatever. Let's go talk to Litica. My go to such... Okay. These fishing boats have seen better days. Looks like no one took them out in the lake today.
Interesting.
Applause, please.
Maybe they have natural armor
I'm
plus
there.
2. Did I miss anything? I feel like I did. Alright, let's go this way.
Follow if you dare.
Now let's go talk to Aesel. He might be one of the merchants in this area. Alright, a ruddy-faced villager waves to you cheerfully. Hello there, traveler. A good day to you. A good day to us all. The Silver Dragon himself turned the day into a feast for us. And why, you might ask? All because I forgot my fishing gloves at home. Who are you? I am Aesel, a fisherman. I mean, I was a fisherman when I did fishing. I don't fish now, so I guess I'm not a fisherman anymore. Aesel frowns as he thinks about that paradox. Dragon, feast, what's going on here? I'm telling you, I went fishing, but I left my fishing gloves at home. So I blistered my hands pulling out the nets. So I couldn't fish anymore. So I had to go hungry. Had to, but didn't. Because fish just started jumping out of the water. So our great silver dragon took care of me. He must have been watching, thinking, how will this poor sod Aesel get by with his blistered hands? How will he fish? What will he eat? How about I send some fish ashore for him? Now, I think I'll never bring my fishing gloves again. So fish will always jump out of the lake on their own. It'll be great. Tell me more about your fish situation. Just go to the shore and see for yourself. They jump right out of the water. We can barely keep up with collecting and salting them. We made 3 barrels since the morning dawned. And our barrels are really big, not just any normal barrels. The fisher puffs out his chest. Tell me more about this dragon of yours. He's a huge dragon. A silver one. That's why he's called the Silver Dragon. He's very kind and always helps us. That lake is one of his footprints, filled with water. That's how we got the lake. I've got one of his scales. It's my lucky charm. The fisher proudly holds out a scale by a string around his neck. Ivar gave it to me. You can search around for him. Maybe he'll give you one too. Dragons that huge don't exist. Maybe not, in other places. Maybe our dragon is one of a kind. The fisher's voice rings with pride. Have you ever seen this dragon with your own eyes? Sure did. Day before yesterday. 2 months ago, too. Burbis the trader says I'm a fool and it was just a thundercloud. But you shouldn't listen to him. So what exactly has this dragon done to help you? He sent Ivar to us. Well, not sent really. Ivar was here before. But he was only a hunter, not a dragon's voice. When Ivar became the dragon's voice, everything got better all at once. Most of the bandits disappeared from the roads. Monsters stopped attacking us in the woods, and wolves don't even take our cattle anymore. And now there's the fish to top it all. Yeah, the Silver Dragon is the best dragon ever. Enough about that for now. What a downer. I like listening to stories about the dragon. Let's talk about this hunter. Ivar, was it? Ivar, yes. He's a good fellow. Who is he? He's the dragon's voice. The Silver Dragon tells him things, then Ivar tells us. Like when the dragon chased the wolves from our herd. He told Ivar, and Ivar told us. And when he scared the monsters away, so they wouldn't attack us, he told Ivar that too. We get all kinds of good news from Ivar. Well, that's enough about Ivar for now. Alright, sure, enough is enough. Do you have any idea who I am? I'm your Baron. Actually, I don't think I own this region, but it might be because they claimed independence. That's great, I think. You know what? You should talk to Ivar first. You can ask the Silver Dragon's opinion on the greatness of that. Ivar is an important person here, and the dragon is even more important. What if he doesn't want some strange baron baroning around here? Alright, well, let's talk later.
I do what I must.
So we're in an interesting situation. Ooh, Wand of Burning Hands. Alright, so we can go down, I think, back down to the shore. I think it's over here they start jumping out at us.
My skills are absolute. I'm there.
I thought there was a fish on the shore somewhere. I don't see it now. Might be a little further up.
How
Aha.
curious.
I mean, no fish, but we found something. I swear there was an area where like the fish would start jumping out, or a fish would jump out when we got close to the shore. Did I read this already? Fishing tackle is neatly packed and dry. It obviously hasn't been used recently. I know we read about the boats.
I am never wrong. I'm off.
What a surprise.
It's already starting to rain again. What do I see?
I'll try to make this swift.
Running won't help you! I'm... I'll survive. I always survive. Here
Alright, let's get some healing for Amiri before we continue. Where is my healing? There it is. Excuse me if you heard that. Had a weird hiccup thing.
I'm there.
Alright, so I remember where Ivar is at. I'm going to try and avoid approaching him yet. We can explore the eastern side first. Licka. Anixie, slim and disheveled, is sobbing. Noticing strangers, she flinches. Not again. What are you doing here? What do you want? Go away. If my family sees you, you're as good as dead, I promise. What's your name? I am Licka. This lake is our home, though we've let other people live around here too. Oh, we never should have done that. We should have chased those foolish bumpkins away as soon as they started building their houses here. Now they've brought disaster down on us all. Why are you crying? The Nixie hides her face in her hands. My family kicked me out, all because of what I did to that stupid boat. Everyone was furious when the evil box fell in the lake, but I was just trying to do the right thing. I'm no enemy to the Fae. If you're an enemy, you'd be just a few bubbles in the lake surface by now. On the lake surface by now. But here I am, see? Still standing and talking with you. The Nixie sobs again and rubs her eyes with her palm. Can you tell me what happened? Those men brought trouble. The ones from the big boat. They came from Tours of Lebanese and brought that scary box with them. Even the fish in the lake could tell the box was very, very evil. But those fools on the boat just laughed, bowing to the box, calling themselves Sharon's Chosen, or something. They claimed he'd reward them soon. I was the one who rewarded them, though. I made them crash that big boat against the foot of the high cliff and sink themselves. Sharon, I know that name. An ancient deity of death and evil. I was not aware he still had any worshippers. Did you drown those travelers? Yes. That was the last anyone saw of them. The evil box sunk too. The Nixie sobs. If I hadn't done it, they'd have opened the box, you understand? Then something terrible would have happened. What's in the box? How should I know? I just know the box is evil. Everyone but the stupid humans can sense it. Fish started jumping ashore after the box fell in the lake. Wolves took their hunting up north to get away from it. And the humans wanted to open it. First the ones from the boat, and now these other ones came for it. That's quite a story, but what does that have to do with me? Or what does it have to do with me? Now the Nixies are mad at all strangers. They say, all strangers bring is trouble. First they brought a horrible ancient thing here, and now other strangers are trying to fish it out of the lake and open it. Let's drive everyone but us Nixies away, then we'll have peace again, like before. The Nixie sobs again. But I like humans, especially human children. They're so awkward and funny. I used to play with the two kids from the house to the west, until they stopped coming for some reason. But I don't want my family to fight the humans. You said someone's trying to open the box again. Who is it? More strangers. They hid in the cave near the lake. They've been using hooks and big nets to try to retrieve the box. It's a treasure. A treasure. That's what they say. How can that thing be a treasure? It's a huge scary box that has a picture of a one-eyed skull with a coin on it. I don't know where it came from, but I know it's somewhere I'd never want to visit. Well, I can help you. The Nixie looks at you timidly. You look really strong. Can you do something about that evil box, maybe? I just wish it would disappear. Then all the other Nixies would forgive me and stop being angry at the humans. Can you remind me where the box is now? At the bottom of the lake, but those strangers from the cave could fish it out any time now. They already spent 2 nights searching with boats, hooks, and nets. Their cave is to the northwest. Well, I'll help if I can. The Nixie jumps with excitement. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just be careful, please. That box is so creepy.
I do what I must.
This house used to be neat and cozy once, but now it looks almost abandoned. The door is shut tight. Before you is a pile of torn sheets of paper, scribbled on in steady handwriting. The text is faded and almost unreadable. The Hunter's Letter. Quite a bit to read, okay. You know, Lissa, my father always used to scold me saying, Ivar, you shouldn't wag your tongue so much. I never listened. Remember the day of matchmaking? The headsman's son came to you, gave you those nice boots only city ladies wear, and his servants brought a barrel of honey and a crate of sausages. Then Mangar the smith came, brought an ornate door casing, skillfully crafted locks, and piles of other housewares, and said he was going to decorate a house for the 2 of you with all he crafted. I came late in the evening, after all of them had left, and all I brought was a bunch of wild flowers. I set them on the porch and said, I saw a Nixie crying in the forest. She planned to make a lantern of my heart, but she found my heart was already taken. It's bad fortune to make Nixies cry, so Lady Lissa, would you go to the forest and give the heart you've taken to anyone who may need it more than you? You told me I was such a fool, and then you kissed me. For our wedding, you invited your relatives, the old miller's widow, and stupid Aesel the fisherman, out of pity, I suspect, as no one else wanted to spend time around him. I invited frogs, wind, and the full moon. Brother Moon, I said, please be so kind as to share your light with everyone, for my bride tires of shining over this world alone. The frogs sang along with Aesel, and you were more beautiful than the moon and more cheerful than the spring wind. Ari was about to turn 5, and Mika was just 4, and I'd spent a month dragging fish to the cliff and cursing a stupid wyvern who just wouldn't be lured. When I finally lured her, I chased her through the bushes, collecting her silver scales here and there after they fell. It wouldn't have been so hard to decorate our garden with those scales, if I hadn't done it at night. Then the morning came, and our children went silent, their mouths agape. Hundreds of silver lights sparkled atop apple and cherry trees. I hid my scratched hands in my sleeves and scoffed. This isn't so special. You never noticed before how the stars hide in the trees from the cunning sky cat? You looked at me without a word, but I could still hear your words in my mind. You're such a fool, Ivar. I love you. I don't remember how I came up with the story of the silver dragon. I came home late with a black grouse I'd shot and said, it was a hard fight, I just couldn't aim properly. This dragon kept peeping out from the clouds, blinding me with his shiny silver wings. You saw a real dragon, Dad? Not the whole dragon, no. You see, the only way to see the dragon is if 2 loving souls climb up the high cliff under a new moon, hand in hand. At the time, I wasn't thinking about how dark the night was, or how steep the path to the top of the cliff was, especially for little feet. Or how wet rocks were after the rain. Or how wet the rocks were after the rain. I was just looking at you, wishing it was us, 2 loving souls hand in hand, sneaking away up to the skies, as we did when we weren't that much older than Ari and Mika. The next morning you woke first, and it was you who found our children's children's beds empty. Sorry. Losing my train of thought. You said nothing to me then. Not then. Not when we walked through the misty woods. Not when we found Mika's doll at the start of the path leading to the cliff. You kept silent as I ascended from the chasm with Ari's body in my hands. You said nothing when Aesel brought Mika's body, found further out at the lake shore near the cliff. You're such a fool, Ivar. You wag your tongue too much. It was just a story Another of your stupid fairy tales. How could it end this way? I'm so sorry, Alyssa. Better you'd marry the smith, or the headman's son, or even stupid Aesel. Anyone but me. It's all my fault. Forgive me, please. And let me go. Today, I'll go to the children's graves and... Alright, and that is a little bit of history about Ivar, a character we'll meet in the next episode, probably. I still wish I knew where that fish was. There's supposed to be a fish on the shore, I thought. It might be up this way. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm going to call the episode here, and the next one we'll continue to explore the Lake Silverstep Village. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode.